Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Taylor. He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Let's go.
Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They'll look to set up his blockers. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Go. Ringer, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let's go, team. Hey, Sam, hit it.
2nd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check three.
A give to Smith out of the gun. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. They're soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gun. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. Echo. 58 might be
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You got nothing. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 20.
Here's Cannon. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Line 20. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get this.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
180. Rip right, rip right.
Third and long. It's gone. On the screen, this is Cannon. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton completes it to Samuel. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check your hot read.
2nd and 10. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. On 3rd down, here comes Clement. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, 1st half going my way.
It's a foot race. 30. A big play there just before halftime. 68 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Goff. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this 1st half. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game could really benefit your team right now.
Here's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4. Yo, 120. You got 3 down.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line. Hold on. Check. Out. Check 37. Check 37. We go. 76. Motion.
Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Value three. Hey, Alpha. Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
We go, 76. Check. We go,
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, Wood. Look at me. Zipper. You got issue right there. Hey, Mike 51. Hard. Let's go.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I got you. Check. Lucky.
Now a give to Taylor. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's some guys, there are casualties at times. We're
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, it's Taylor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we could nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Cut. 120. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the motion.
Taylor. And 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run with Cannon, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And now it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Hey, 2. 51, Mike. Go. 51. I'm trying to collect. 52.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.